Okay, hello everybody, it's Levi here, and today we are doing the introduction video for the general music series on my channel. I'm very excited to get into this, so we're going to talk just about prerequisites and whether you should watch this series or the music theory series. We're going to talk about the things we go over and just get you ready for the series. So if you're really low on time and you want to just get straight to content, you can skip around. I've got all of the videos for any series that I do in a playlist dedicated to that series, and it's in chronological order, so if you want to get to content you can skip this one, but I think there's some useful information here, so let's get started. And this is the only time I will ever use the formal presentation like this, because I like a lot more to demonstrate and use other tools besides just making a little presentation. Okay, so here, who is the series for? So I'm doing this series, general music, and we're also doing a music theory series, and there's also a series on music software, but we're going to talk about the music theory one just a little bit, because this is kind of the introduction course, and then the music theory is more advanced. So if any of the following apply to you, you should try the music theory series instead, because this one is going to be too easy. So if you have experience playing an instrument or singing in a vocal group, and really what we're getting at there is you are able to read music, understand rhythm and pitch, and if you have musical background, then you're probably going to want to try music theory. And also I should mention that there's going to be some correlation, so there's going to be topics that we're talking about in both. For example, we're going to talk about how to read music in treble and bass clef in this, and that's going to be a quick review topic at the beginning of music theory. So what types of things will we discuss here? We're going to talk about what music actually is, and if you noticed on my title slide, I had a picture of an orchestra and also a picture of folk music, because sometimes we tend to eliminate music that isn't from our own culture. So we're going to talk about that. So we're going to try to define music, which is more difficult than you might think. We're going to talk about different genres, musical types. We're going to talk about notation, how to read music, how to understand rhythms, the basis of this. We're going to talk about instruments and the families of instruments in the orchestra, and we're also going to talk about methods of creating music composition, and we're going to talk about a lot more than that. Do I follow a specific curriculum? The short answer is no, and that's kind of a theme of my channel, which we'll talk about later. I don't really follow the curriculum, but this course is going to give you more than enough of what you would need in an introductory level college course, general music intended for beginners with very little or no background experience. Finally, just some other information. I highly recommend that you try to have access to a keyboard instrument, whether it's an electronic keyboard, MIDI, or it's a piano. You don't need it. Unlike my music theory series where I'm going to say you really need it, you don't really need it for this. It's just going to be helpful. We're going to be talking a little bit about basic things and basic music theory, and we're going to talk about basic chords and triads, which is not a huge topic, but we're just going to quickly mention it, and it would be helpful to have a keyboard instrument there. If you want to know more about the channel or myself, I have a channel introduction video that I'll be putting out very soon that will talk about why I do this and how and all that stuff. And finally, the music theory video goes more in depth as to which series is for who. So if you're still not sure whether you should watch this, or if this is going to be too easy or music theory is too difficult, go quickly watch the music theory introduction video, and I talk there more about which series is for who. Okay, so that's all I have for this video, and in the next video we're going to jump right in and really get started into talking content, and I hope I'll see you there.